You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prum Prum, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodoma, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
right, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Tuesday edition of the morning show. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so from now till exactly 12 o'clock, thereabout, when we bring the curtains down for the end of the program, I'm going to be your captain. I'm going to bring you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As we say on this platform, it's making the headlines. We rest assured of one thing, that we definitely will touch on it. So once again, welcome to the program. Let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to Perry in the house. Good morning to all present and former presenters and on Starr Radio. Mr. Laimi Koiki, Mr. Frank Davis, my brother Felix all the way in Aberdeen. Massive good morning to you. Kojo D, yes, good morning. Amanima, Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, we salute you, sir. And good morning also goes all the way to Empress Regina Enima, to HRH Linda Palian all the way in Cyprus. We salute you, lady. Hope you are doing very, very well as well. And let me take this opportunity to say good morning also to no other one but the one and only Atakofi, all the way in Ghana. Niana Najo, all of Ashaman. Niana Najo is the chief of Ashaman. Massive good morning to you, Ni. And a special good morning also goes all the way to no other one but the one and only Eben in Cape Town, South Africa. To Delta Hammond in Kumasi. Antonio in Cape Town, South Africa as well. Good morning. Tosino all the way in Moscow. I salute you for Bishop Adeshina. And all the clergy on this platform, I salute each and every one of you, and I say, what's a good morning, afternoon, evening, dawn, a good dawn to you wherever you might be. Those of you who watch us live on the Koiki Media platform, Yoruba Nation platforms, or United States of Biafra platforms, I salute each and every one of you. And once again, I say, welcome to the program, and thank you very much for tuning in to the Zongo man himself. Alex, what's a good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Well, okay, so by way of program outline, this is what it's going to be today. I'm going to bring you the code for the day, the weather forecast to follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe, and that is known as Global Trotting. Then after which we continue, and then exactly at 11:45, the line is activated for you to add your voice to the discussion. We'll continue from thence, and then once we have exhausted all the stories that we are looking at this morning, we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So Nigerians, that's what's going to happen. But wherever you are, once again, welcome to Starr Radio UK and welcome to the morning show. And as I said, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right, so let's kick off with the quote for the day. That today, the 27th day of January. Pretty soon the first month of the year will be over, and it's quite an interesting one, right? Okay, so the quote for the day says that become really good at one thing. Do not try to focus on too many things until you have become fabulously successful at one undertaking. So that brings you jack of all trade, master of none. So you can do that, but it's not master of any one of them. So what do you think about that? All right then. So it's by way of the quote for the day. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on straight to the weather. It's been raining like no man's business here in the UK, especially the south here. I know virtually the whole of the UK, and I know up north there is snow and all that. Yeah, they said that when the US catches sneezes, then the UK catches cold because we are close to them. So once the cold blows this way, it either brings the rain or whatever. But today is the rain that is bringing in. But this is how the weather is going to be for you today. This afternoon, heavy rain will gradually clear northeastwards, leaving bright spells and scattered showers. It's going to be breezy as well. Tonight we'll see showers ease from for many, with variable cloud and clear spells, though the odd shower could still linger in a few spots. It's going to be breezy, but the breeze will be easing during the night. The top temperature is going to be 30 degrees. The lower is going to be 3 degrees. UV level low, pollution low. Sunset 16:41 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:47 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. And now at 11 minutes past the 11 o'clock or 11 minutes past the top of the hour, let's go to your travels. I have to say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads, keep it navigated. I promise our bond. So on the travels this morning as well, those of you using the underground here in London, there is good service throughout, apart from the central line that is experiencing minor delays on the entire line due to train cancellations. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. DLR, London Tramlink, London Overground, good service there as well. Let's bring you straight to the major roads in London. That's the A roads. Now in London, A12 and A4 are experiencing serious delays, so please, if you can avoid that, do your best. That aside, all the others have no exceptional delays there. On the river bus as well, I can tell you assuredly, good service. The London cable car, good service there. Bringing us to the final segment of the travel update, that is the National Rail. And with the rain and the storms and everything, boy, I got news for you. Well. Falling trees and all stuff are causing lots of mayhem on the travels, or especially on the rail. Now, so on the rails, as I say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads. Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, Great Western Railway, Island Line, London North Eastern Railway, Merseyrail, Northern Rail, ScotRail are all offering special services. Also, Southwestern Railway, Southern, Thameslink, TransPennine Express, and Transport for Wales are also offering special services. That aside, all the others at the moment are all running good service. But that's where I would say it once again, as I normally will. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Continue to keep your eyes where? On the road. As and when there are any changes during the course whilst we are on the program, I promise to bring it to the fore. On that note, let me say thank you very much. But what? Keep your eyes on the roads. And now let's move on. Let's take a commercial break. We come back. I'll be taking you where? Global Trotting. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:15, and it's now time for what? Global Trotting. Okay, so starting from home here in the UK, Storm Chandra brings flooding and road closures with warning across the UK. The weather warnings for heavy rain and strong winds are in place during the third major storm to hit the UK this month. So we'll bring you more further details about that. And then ground rents to be capped at £250 a year for leaseholders. And then 15 Labour MPs sign letter objecting to Burnham's decision. Okay, we'll tell you more about that. The Prime Minister says that we have to look forward to solving the living, the high cost of living and stuff like that. But it's not nothing to do with his leadership there. But well, you can't ignore China, says Starmer ahead of Beijing trip. Of course you can't. With what? Today Trump wakes up and he says, You said I sneezed. Put tariffs on you, and then tomorrow he says, I stopped it, and stuff like that. I think people have to now start looking elsewhere. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now we move on to other parts of the world now as well. In the U.S., immigration Trump abandons attack mode as Minneapolis shooting backlash grows. The White House has shifted how it talks about Alex Pretty's killing as more Republicans express concern over the deadly encounter. And the immigration chief at the center of the Trump's crackdown set to leave Minneapolis, because Trump has sent in his brother Czar, to go there to have a talk there. Now, we're all terrified, Minnesota native, when I say that, citizens, let me put it that way, are saying. A deadly U.S. winter storm leaves flights delayed and thousands without power. Watching the pictures of it, boy, it's quite a tough one there. But Trump raises U.S. tariffs on South Korea imports to 25%. And tech giants face landmark trial over social media addiction claims. Well. In other stories as well, in the Latin American area, gunmen stormed Mexico football pitch and killed at least 11 people. We brought that yesterday. There have not been any updates from that. And then in Europe as well, India and EU announced landmark trade deal. Is Trump going to place a tariff on them? Because when it comes to population, India, the whole world, India has got the largest population. They have about 1.6 billion. So, do you say, let's stick to the person that, or let's go and look for fortunes elsewhere and see how it goes? Like taking the advice of Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, the Canadian Prime Minister. What do you think? A major step. French MPs vote in favor of bill to ban social media for under 15s. Everybody, in the UK is under 16s, in Australia is under 16s, in France, they are looking at under 15s. And Spain slashes speed limits on popular train route after fault found. Okay, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, now moving on to other stories as well. China has purged its highest ranked military general. Why? We'll be telling you more about that. And Japan court orders compensation for migrant lured to North Korea. Ooh. And Philippines, Duterte fit to face ICC proceedings, judges have said. All right, so if you are a country, can you decide that, look, we don't want to belong to the ICC, the International Criminal Court? Yeah, because we want to do our own thing. And lots of these big economies or these countries who are not signatories to that. But can you go to that place and go and arrest somebody and just say you're going to put a person on a trial? Really? Have you got what it takes? Well. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, in the Middle East as well. Israel says it has retrieved remains of final Gaza hostage. Some of the news that was making the rounds yesterday. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called Ranville return an extraordinary achievement. All right then. So this is a lot more going to be coming your way. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. On the African front as well, Nigeria officers to face trial over coup plot allegation. Following an investigation, some of the 16 detained last year are accused of planning to unseat President Bola Tinubu. So what happens on that front? And Kenyan court leader faces charges over 52 further deaths. Let's see how that pans out there as well. And that is one of the stories making the rounds in most places on the African continent as well. Okay, now let's move on. Still in Nigeria, recruitment PSC extends deadline for 2 weeks, and MPP says Kwankwaso Kano voted feel betrayed by Abba Yusuf's defection to APC. I did talk about that yesterday, that if you decide to defect, your people, your voters, they didn't say they want to belong to party A. Okay, they belong to party B. That's why they voted you to represent them. Now you say, with the policies, we've forgotten about anything, and you are branching to party A. And how does that? So, should there be a by-election ASAP, or have the voters actually consented to it that they will want him to move to the other party? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lot more going to be coming your way. In Ghana, penalty fine for overloaded trucks to increase. Okay, that'll be quite an interesting one. All right, one dead, 2 injured in cement truck accident on Accra Kumasi Road, and Mahama expresses shock at speed with which government has turned events and economy around. In other story, VIP has chosen Haruna Idrisu as a running mate. Afenya Markin alleges. When? Okay, we'll be telling you more about that. And Afenya Markin blasts the speaker, Gbagbin. One dead, several injured in a bloody clash in Winneba. What happened? And it's still some further stories making the rounds in Ghana as well. Okay, I think, we'll capture that only. Ghana donates engineering equipment to support Jamaica's recovery efforts. Well done to them. Every little helps. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We take a musical break, and once we come back, oh boy, I'll be bringing you all the details of the stuff that we put across. So stay tuned. This is from Atakofi, and it says Shida. That means Thanksgiving. Enjoy it, and I'll be with you. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
This is Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Yo, Ketelenkwe, hila sana nkesieno. Ketelenkwe, kiasi se mokoto. Ketelenkwe, beleye no dada. Kenyekwe wada ye owasie. Sitralo pepe ntulo ye owasie. Kenyekwe wada ye owasie.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
Well, that is a coffee for you. He says, let's give thanks to the Almighty God for all that He has done for us. And this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:27. And of course, it's the Tuesday edition of the morning show. We are now venturing into where we bring you the details of all the stories that we are looking at. And also, you can put your comments on the platform that we are broadcasting on. Exactly at 11:45, the line will be activated and you will be able to also dial in and let your voice be heard. If that is what you really want to do, I would love to hear you, and that will be via Teams, and then you can call in and your voice will be heard. Other than that, we just move on to the stories, the details of the stories making the rounds this morning, and you are listening to
Starr Radio Morning Show.
All right, then. Let me say good morning to Mrs. Donna Kwanzaa. All right, now let's move on to the stories. We're kicking off from home here in the UK, and let's see what's happening. Now, Storm Chandra has brought heavy rains and strong winds to large parts of the UK as it sweeps across the country. The named storm, the third so far this year, has caused road closures as well as rail, ferry and flight cancellations. Now, schools have closed in some parts of England and Northern Ireland where thousands of properties were without power. Now, yellow warnings for wind, rain and snow across part of the England, Scotland and Wales, while an amber warning for winds in place in the west of Northern Ireland, including Belfast. The last named storm came days after Storm Ingrid caused widespread damage and disruption over the weekend. As a result of this storm and the previous Storm Goretti, rain in parts of the southwest of England is falling on already saturated ground, making flooding more likely, according to the Met Office. Now, earlier on Tuesday, an amber warning for rain was in place for South Devon, much of Dorset, southern Somerset, and southeast Cornwall, but has since been lifted as conditions improve. So, as they are saying, if it's not vital, don't hit the road. Okay? Because even it's not bad, because it's raining, the splash on the road at times just goes on your head, and then those who can control and stuff like that. So please, unless it's vital, don't hit the road. Right? Good. Let's be safe than sorry. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. 11:30 at a time, and moving on. Well, over the weekend, the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party blocked the chances of Andy Burnham, the mayor of Greater Manchester, contesting in the by-elections in Gorton and Denton seat. Apparently, given the reasons that he's doing a good yeoman's job when it comes to Greater Manchester, and they wanted to sit in there and finish his term. Okay, supposed to be a 4-year term, and he's already done 2 years, and they think you are good, just be there. However, opposition, those who, not opposition outside, but those who are supporters of Andy Burnham, around 50 Labour MPs, have signed a letter objecting to the decision to block Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham from standing in a forthcoming parliamentary by-election. They have written to Sir Keir Starmer to warn the decision is a real gift to reform UK. As polling suggests, Burnham may be Labour's very best chance at winning the vacant Gorton and Denton seat. The signatory said there was no legitimate reason to block Burnham and asked for Labour's ruling National Executive Committee to re-evaluate. Is it constitutional for re-evaluation after they've made a decision there? I'm not very sure because I'm not a Labour sympathize with any government that is doing the right thing, right? Now, resources, whether that's money or people, need to be focused on the election that we must have, not election that we don't have to have, he said on Monday. Now, the names of those who have signed the letter are not expected to be made public, though they are being communicated to the party leadership. The NEC, which includes Keir's and Keir, said blocking Burnham would avoid an unnecessary mayoral election to replace him should he be successful in the by-election. The previous mayoral election in Greater Manchester cost taxpayers about £4.7 million. Speaking on Tuesday, Housing Secretary Steve Reid said Labour critics of the move to block Burnham were entitled to their view, but NEC officers had voted overwhelmingly in favor of the move. So let's see, maybe the signatories or the petition by these 50 Labour MPs will cause them to rescind their decision. Who knows? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So Keir Starmer has said the UK cannot afford to ignore the economic opportunities presented by China as he prepares to become the first British Prime Minister in 8 years to visit Beijing. Keir said his visit will bring significant opportunities for British companies. He insisted that the UK will not be forced to choose between China and maintaining close ties to the US amid rising trade tensions between the two superpowers in recent years. The UK will maintain close ties with the US on business, security, and defense, he said, but added, sticking your head in the sand and ignoring China wouldn't be sensible. Now, dozens of UK business leaders are expected to travel with the Prime Minister on the trip, the first by a British leader since Theresa May visited the country in 2018. The trip, which includes stops in Beijing and Shanghai, comes after a turbulent few weeks in relation between the US and its allies. In recent weeks, US President Donald Trump threatened to impose tariffs on allies for opposing his demand to take control of Greenland, and later provoked a backlash in the UK by saying NATO troops have stayed a little back from the front line in Afghanistan. Now, Trump also threatened to slap 100% tariff on Canadian goods if the country struck a trade deal with China. So, this is the question. Should the UK strike a trade deal with China? Is Trump going to say, I'm going to place 100% tariff on you now, as he's doing to his next door neighbor, that is Canada? You remember when he came in at first, he wanted to have Canada, to annex Canada, to take Canada as what did he call it? The 51st state, right? Okay. And now he was eyeing, Greenland. Now, what else is he going to be eyeing? And then, let me put it this way. You cannot just put all your eggs in one basket. Oh, we are just trading with the US. No country is important. And then if the person decides, look, I'm not going to do that, I'm doing this to you, are you now then going to be running to other countries to see whether you can, strike a trade deal with them? It'll be quite an interesting one. But let's see after the visit, and when they come out to say, we've got good deal, trade deals with China, let's see what happens on that front. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then, let's move on to other parts of the world at 11:36. And what have I got for you? Now, the Trump administration has quickly abandoned its familiar deny and attack playbook after initially using its it when federal agents shot dead Alex Pretty in Minneapolis on Saturday morning. Now, within 24 hours, as various videos of the shooting circulated online, it became clear that the White House was out of step with public opinion and what Americans could see with their own eyes. Since then, the administration and the president himself have changed tack, blaming Democrats for what happened and focusing less on the actions of the American nurse who was killed. The Democrats, meanwhile, have increased their criticism of the president's mass deportation policy and aggressive tactics of immigration and customs enforcement as the ICE leaning into a political fight that could result in a new government shutdown on Friday. On Monday morning, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche described the situation as a power keg. While he blamed the Democrats, many on both sides of America's political divide will agree that the current situation is fraught with peril. The initial administration response to Pretty's death was straightforward. The 37-year-old was portrayed as a domestic terrorist bent on bloodshed. Meanwhile, he didn't pull his gun. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said that Pretty wished to inflict harm and was brandishing a weapon. U.S. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino said that it looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement, but didn't pull anything from his pocket or his side pouch. Now, senior presidential advisor Stephen Miller called Pretty a would-be assassin. Now, this White House has typically been quick to push back when criticism, deny, and attack. Or when criticized, deny, and then attack, has long been a bedrock Trump strategy for handling adversity. But perhaps tellingly, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt refused to echo Miller's comment herself on Monday when pressed on whether the president agreed with senior advisors. Instead, she said a full investigation will be carried out. But if you want a video statement that a few of the individuals have made, then boy, do you see that the goofed. But since Sunday night, there has been a marked change in the tone from the White House. Veteran Affairs Secretary Doug Collins offered condolences to the Pretty family. The president posted a message on his Truth and Social website calling the death tragic and blaming it on Democrat ensued chaos. A message echoed by Vice President J.D. Vance. What does he have to say? He's always towing the line of the president. The president says, yes, the president says, yeah, it's like he's not got a brain of his own. But well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. That is what is going on in the U.S. pertaining to the ICE operation in Minnesota. Let me say good morning to Comfort Ahivit. Yes, my sister, all the way in Minnesota, yes, Minneapolis specifically, and we are all doing well there. Okay, now let's move on to some other stories that is making the rounds in relation to this story. Okay, in relation to that, yesterday Trump was saying he's sending his border czar to Minnesota or Minneapolis. Okay. Okay, just bear with me. Okay. Let's add one there. Just bear with me, please. All right, then. Let's go on. We'll take a break and then we'll have a chat with her in Minneapolis. She's just trying to send us some information from there. A top U.S. immigration official is expected to leave the U.S. city of Minneapolis in what may mark a shift in the White House tone after the fatal shooting of a second U.S. citizen by the federal officers over the weekend. As Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino and some immigration agents leave, President Donald Trump border Starr Tom Homan will begin leading on the ground efforts in city after the fatal shooting of Alex Pretty on Saturday's escalated tension. Trump's decision may indicate the administration's interest in walking back more aggressive federal action in its nationwide immigration crackdown. Despite the announcement, online tracking shows immigration rates have continued. As well as the change in the leadership and the reduction in federal agents, there have been other signs of shifting strategy by the Trump administration in recent days. Now, Trump had phone calls with the Democratic city and state officials that he described positively, a change in the tone of attacking them over the weekend, and the president himself has avoided the language used by some of his top aides that sought to blame Pretty for Saturday's tragedy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a quick break. We come back, and then I'll be bringing you other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Otta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. It is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:45, and the line is open. Just call us via Teams, and it is Starr Radio UK. Just go in there and then call us from there. Starr Radio UK via Teams.
Call the studio now.
All right then. So let us hear from you. Now, we are going to move on. With the other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Okay? Straight on to Europe. Well, So with Trump sleeping and waking up and says, well, I'm not doing this. I'm banning you. I'm placing tariff on you. Is it wrong for the EU to strike a trade deal with India? And what Trump's reaction going to be? Okay, now we are coming like a kite. Well, maybe India, okay, but not China. But what do you think about that? The longer-awaited deal comes as both Delhi and Brussels contend with economic pressures from okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hope that Ethan is okay and all of them. They shouldn't involve themselves in it. All right then. Now, in other stories making the rounds as well as we're looking at now major steps. French MPs vote in favor of bill to ban social media for under 15s. So you're a parent listening to me this morning. Do you think your under 15s or 16s need to be banned from social media? What do you think? Now, as adults, we've been work because of what we do, so we are on various platforms and information that comes to you. Now, as to whether I've imputed something or maybe whilst we were registering, they look at but you are targeted and bombarded. But some of us are more resilient than others, okay? And mentally, I'm talking about mentally resilient. And then, so when people are slurring you or abusing you or attacking you on the platforms, even being an adult, you go through that phase where you struggle, that you need that support to be mentally very, very strong to be able to push yourself to that place. There was some back in the day, sometime last year or thereabout, where very, very high man of God, one that I really know, that I continue to love as well, was being portrayed on various social media platforms in a new state with somebody and all those, and it was like very disgusting. But you know what? Apparently nothing of the sort was happening. So people were sitting there creating. And then just a few days ago, I saw one that was also creating. One of the top gospel musicians also has been taken ill, and they have pictures of the person in the hospital and all those things. And he said, "Oh, my life is whatever." That one moment ago they said, "Oh, she was pregnant." The next moment, so you ask yourself those things. Now, if a child is facing such thing, has the child got the mental strength to be able to take it all in and not buckle up and die? That's the question. So this is the move by the French MPs who are pushing for theirs 15 years, and for Australia that has pushed theirs under 16s, and the UK pushing that agenda for under 16s here as well. Would you want your child to get off social media until you know that they've got to call it 16 years where mentally they are a bit stronger? Even then, I'm talking about adults who have been bombarded and attacked on social media platforms and all those things that has caused some of them to commit suicide and stuff like that. Well, I want to know what you think. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean. So France's National Assembly has blocked a bill has backed a bill, that will ban social media access for under 15s, a proposal supported by President Emmanuel Macron. Now, lawmakers in the lower house on Monday agreed key elements of the bill before voting 116 to 23 in its favor. Next, the bill will go to the upper house, the Senate, for approval. If it passes, young teenagers will not be able to use networks such as Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. But can they use Facebook? Can they use other social media platforms? Now, why don't we give them? All I would want to know is that child left school he's at home or he's on his way home, he's gotten home, or he left home, he got on the bus, he's gotten to school. Mom, dad, message, I've gotten to school, or I call, I've gotten to school. You put that brick away. You don't come to it until after school, then you can get it. And once you get home and your parents are not home, you can text and say, Mom, Dad, or yes, I've gotten home. Bam, bam, bam. That's all that you need. Now, if you have to do any work, you can go on the, if they have to do work online, they can go on their laptop and then do it where there are restrictions there by parents. I would do that, but I don't know about you because I've seen a lot. As I sit here in the studio, I can count how many monitors that are before me. And some of them emails, what people are even sending in. You don't want that. You don't want your child to face that. So those who talk against that and saying that is restricting, being restrictive and stuff like that, maybe your child might be mentally resilient, but it's not everybody. Majority of them, and don't want to lead them astray, right? All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:53. Starr, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. Okie dokie. Now let's look at okay, because of our time, I'm going to move straight to one story from China. Okay, let's pick this one. As I said, now US President Donald Trump has announced he is raising tariff on South Korean imports to 25% after accusing Seoul of not living up to a trade deal reached last year. In a post on social media, Trump said he will increase levies on South Korea from 15% across a range of products, including automobiles, lumber, pharmaceuticals, and all other reciprocal tariffs. Now, Trump said, South Korean lawmakers have been slow to approve the deal, while we have acted swiftly to reduce our tariffs, in line with the transaction agreed to. Now, South Korea said it had not been given official notice of the decision to raise tariffs on some of its goods and wanted urgent talks with Washington over the issue. Now, it added that South Korea's industry minister Kim Jong-kwan, who is currently in Canada, will visit Washington as soon as possible to meet U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Now, South Korea exported goods worth about $123 billion, that's 90 billion pounds, to the U.S. last year, making it the second largest export market after China. Of these, car exports accounted for about $30 billion. So, your system, the system in the U.S. might be quite swift because the president has got presidential powers and moves things easily and faster than he wants. But when it comes to some of the governance system is different from country to country, and then scrutinizing things and agreeing on things, some takes a bit of time. But maybe with that stance, it will cause them to move quickly and then get what they need to get out of it. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. On the African front this morning as well, a group of officers in Nigeria are set to face military court after being accused of plotting to overthrow the government of President Bola Tinubu last year, an armed forces statement has said. Now, 16 officers were arrested last October after what were described as acts of indiscipline and breaches of service regulations. At the time, the military dismissed rumors of an attempted coup, but following an investigation, the authorities have acknowledged that some of the 16 will go before a military judicial panel. Nigeria has a complex history of military involvement in politics, with multiple coups between 1966 and 1993, which has made allegations of coup plotting highly sensitive. It is not clear how many of the 16 will go on trial, but The military authorities said the process would ensure accountability and uphold the principles of fairness and due process. The statement added that trying to unseat the elected government was inconsistent with the ethics, values, and professional standards of the military. But somebody would say, well, in the past, we've had generals and people. I mean, how many of them? Coup and coup after coup after coup after coup. And then they metamorphose into civilians and come to run away as well. But I know Tinubu is not a military who has metamorphosed into a civilian. So he's a proper civilian there. But he's doing his best for the country. It's only that when it comes to the security bit, even there, he will say he's doing his best. But the attacks, abductions, and stuff like that is what has gone on the ascendancy. But what do you think is the way forward for Nigeria as a whole? And with this, looking at West African sub-region, I'm looking at, their neighbors, Burkina Faso, Mali, and a few of them who have all been involved in coup d'etats. Now, is the ECOWAS strong enough to say, hey, you're doing that, we're going to be stopping you, and we're going to send troops there to quash whatever, like they did in Benin? Could they have done that in Nigeria? Or in Ghana, or in any other West African countries? Can they do that as well? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite an interesting time. Interestingly, one thing that I look at is when leadership try to use that same, they say rule of law, they try to use those laws, massage it, and then say, yeah, we're turning it that way, and then they turn it another way, and say, yeah, this is still the constitution, and then, but they try to use it to their own advantage, so that they can still be kept in power or be in power, and then shut dissent down. So when things like that are happening, and we don't have the ECOWAS sitting or calling this leadership to order, or let's say there is so much of distress when it comes to the economy, people are actually struggling, then what do you do under such circumstances? What do you do under such circumstances? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We're going to be running up the program pretty soon. It has gone few seconds to 12 o'clock to the top of the hour here in London. Now, in another development on the African front, a former court leader, Paul Mackenzie, already on trial for multiple counts of manslaughter, is facing new charges, a Kenyan prosecutor said on Monday. A self-proclaimed preacher and former taxi driver, Mackenzie led an infamous starvation cult that killed more than 400 people. The so-called Sakahula Forest Massacre took place near the beach resort of Malindi and came to light in 2023. Mackenzie has pleaded not guilty. He's now being charged with 52 further deaths in the remote village of Binzaro, where more bodies were found last year. The discovery appeared to show that the same cult had continued to operate even after the first massacre site was discovered and Mackenzie arrested. In a statement on X, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution said Malindi Court had given its go-ahead to formally charge Good News International Church leader Paul Nthenge Mackenzie and his accused over the death of 52 people at Binzaro Homestead in Kilifi County. Mackenzie and others will be charged with a raft of offenses, including radicalization, facilitation of terrorist acts, and murder over the more recent killings, adding to his charges related to the Shakahola. Mackenzie has been accused in previous Shakahola trials of inciting his followers to starve themselves to meet Jesus, using enforcers to prevent people from leaving the forest. Well, quite an interesting one. And then when it comes to Africa, we are so religious than anything, right? aren't we? But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I don't know whether we are swayed or they don't allow you a bit of space to breathe. And it goes, and then people just get sucked in. And it's not only in Africa. We've had it in the US where various communities created and they were abused and starved and all their properties or this in wealth taken away from them. And the leader is just enjoying the thing, doing all sorts, marrying all their kids. And it's crazy. So, I would say, to our faith, let add what? Wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK at 2 minutes past 12 the time, the morning show, the program. Let's go to Ghana and then we can wind up the program soon. The Minister for Roads and Highways, Mr. Gavin Kwame Agboza, has said the government was revising regulation to increase the penalty for overloaded trucks from 5,000 to 50,000 Ghana cedis. The minister described the current fine as too low to serve as a deterrent to offenders. Of course. Now, speaking in an interview, Mr. Agboza said the existing maximum penalty does not reflect the cost of damage caused to roads by overloaded vehicles. You cannot have a penalty of 5,000 when the damage you are doing is 50,000. You have to increase the penalty, he said. And in reaction to that, what I've said is that if they can implement that, and that would serve as deterrent, we have good roads, and we have what do we call it? The road users also knowing that. It's not a car that has been loaded that when it gets to maybe in a roundabout or in a curve, a sharp curve will just then tilt and then can crash on another vehicle, as we've been seeing in Nigeria in the past. Now they are trying to cut down or clamp down on that. So that is a good one there. But when cars are not motorable or roadworthy and are applying roads, a car, a vehicle, when it's created, they tell you the maximum capacity that vehicle can take is there. But as whether even the loaders or they know the weight, maybe somebody, if you are listening to me and you are an industrialist or somebody who can, an inventor, you can invent something that can be put in the car or in the lorry so that when they are loading, it tells them the weight that they are putting on. Not because there are no gadgets in there to show. It's the airplanes that we have. When you load it, they can tell you the number of the weight in there on the plane plus passenger, blah 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 blah. So you see whether the plane can actually take off. But with this, I think that once you come out with that, then you can sell it to all those who move goods. Lorries would move goods, and then you can sell it to them. And then it can be put on, and then when people load their vehicles, they know that this is the weight that the vehicle is carrying. Whether it is, because when you are registering, they put it there on the side, they have the address and whatever, and they tell you the maximum weight that the vehicle is supposed to carry. So if you go beyond that, that means that you're breaking the law. But if nobody knows, and then you are putting the things in, you are putting it might be not bulky, but it might be overloaded. And the vehicle might be coming, the charges might be coming lower and lower and lower. So, what do you think about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Is it a right move by the government to stop some of these road accidents and stuff like that? Well, before we run up the program, the Vice President has chosen Haruna Idrisu as her running mate. Afenja Makin alleges. How true is that? He said the minority leader of Parliament, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, has alleged that Vice President Professor Nana Jeno Pokuajimang has chosen the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, as a running mate ahead of the 2028 general election. Now, speaking at the press conference on January 26, Afenyo-Markin hinted that Vice President sees Haruna, who is also the Member of Parliament for Tamale South, as a best suitor for the upcoming elections. He further alleged that the ruling National Democratic Congress is divided, with the party having its candidate while the presidency is also fielding its own candidate for the election. The NDC is divided because of power. Today, Asiedun Nketia says he's going on a thank you tour. Now, the vice president also wants to become president. Recently, we heard that she has chosen Haruna Idrisu as a running mate. He added, we have also heard that the chief of staff, Julius Debra, is going to contest, and his running mate is Fifi Kwete, the NDC general secretary. Meanwhile, a new opinion poll conducted by the politics analyst Musa Dankwa indicates that Haruna Idrisu is the NDC's most preferred potential presidential candidate ahead of the 2028 general elections. Well, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Would that be a very beautiful pairing that would give the best to Ghana? Or what? Or what? That's the question. But wherever you are this morning or this afternoon, let me say thank you very much for tuning in to join us on the Starr Radio UK morning show. Let me see, my producer is preempting me to look at one other story, but let's see whether we can find it. If we find it, good, we'll bring it. If not, then we have to leave it until the morrow. All right then. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you very much for tuning in. But before I go, let's take the commercial break. I'll bring you one music and then
call the studio now.
I'm going to bring you something from the Zongo Man, but stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. And that music playing in the background is from the Zongo Man. It says, where is the dollar? Where is the dollar? But, well, the dollar is in your pocket, the pound is in your pocket. But have a wonderful day as you go about your duties and whatever things that you are doing. And I see you all tomorrow. Until then, it's with me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day. Bye-bye. I'm out like that.
$10 and one man who get. Hey, hey, hey. 10 men.
Thanks for listening.
And one man who get. It's a disgrace. Where is the dollar? 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 Give gorilla bananas to give to monkey. Hey, hey, hey. To give to monkey. Yourself, you know, him no go see banana, banana, him no go see banana. Monkey no go see banana, banana, him no go see banana. no go the banana. Banana, you no go the banana. Monkey no go see banana. Banana, you no go the banana. 10 men share $10, and one man no get. Hey, hey, hey. 10 men share $10, and one man no get. It's a disgrace. Where is the dollar? 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 Give gorilla banana.